We're going to cover how you can get your products from your overseas suppliers to the Amazon warehouse located in the United States. When you ship internationally, there are typically 3 different ways to do that. The first is by plane, the second is by train, and the third is by boat. Shipping it by plane or shipping it by air, that's typically the fastest way, but also the most expensive. Now, the benefits to shipping by air is that you don't need to deal with customs, and all you have to pay for is the expensive cost of air freight. In emergency cases, air freight is the best option. Now, the most economic way most companies ship is through boat and by land due to its cost effectiveness. Now, the thing about shipping by boat is that you need to clear customs, and there's a lot of complex paperwork that's involved in that process. This is where most people get confused. Now hold on, if your supplier says he knows a guy or knows a gal that can take care of the freight, the shipping, and it costs X amount, don't do it. There's a conflict of interest between your supplier handling your shipments and charging you that freight. You want to look for your own freight forwarder and or use a third-party service and or do the process yourself, which is very complex and I would not recommend. There are actually a few services that will do this for you, including Amazon's service called Amazon Global Logistics. And basically how Amazon Global Logistics works is they go ahead and they pick up the products from the overseas manufacturer's warehouse. They go ahead and they clear customs. They put it on a boat. They clear import customs again. And they deliver it to the country of origin, which I'm assuming is the United States. So they get it all the way from the overseas facility, all the way to the country's destination and to a seaport. Now, they also get it all the way to the Amazon FBA warehouse. So they put it on a truck and they end up putting it into one of the warehouses located in the United States. If you're using the FBA program, which I assume you are, they also take care of that last mile delivery when a customer makes an order and you see an Amazon truck get loaded and the Amazon delivery driver goes and drops it off at your doorstep. You don't need to figure out any complex process. You don't need to understand the INCOTERMS related to customs and how to take care of that paperwork and looking for a third party and all of that. Allow Amazon Global Logistics to do that for you. Oftentimes, the majority of the time, many people have said that using Amazon's freight service, using Amazon Global Logistics, using their postage rates, their rates have saved them money in the long term. Amazon Global Logistics is typically lower than most other freight forwarders and other third parties that would get your products from overseas to the Amazon warehouse. But I would still shop around and get some quotes and compare them with the rates that you get with Amazon Global Logistics, or AGL for short. Honestly, if you just go with the rates that AGL gives you, you should be fine, but sometimes they can be comparable or maybe slightly more expensive than another third party. But most of the time, most companies have saved money using the program. Now, the good news is that Amazon Global Logistics is a part of Amazon Seller Central, where you can go ahead and apply once you have created your Amazon Seller Central account. It's a very step-by-step process, which we won't go through here today, but basically it has you inputting a lot of the same details that you have when you created the Seller Central account in the first place. Now, once you finalize details with your supplier, you have gotten the sample back and you like it, you've done an inspection and everything looks good, then is the time to loop in Amazon Global Logistics, which you click a couple buttons and they take care of the rest of the process. If you have any additional questions or you want me to talk about anything specific, leave them in the comments down below. I plan on releasing more content related to e-commerce and Amazon. If you found the content today valuable, please consider subscribing down below, and we'll catch you in the next one.